Hello there. I'm Mark Chastain. I'm going to be your instructor for Surveying 1 Fall of 2025 here at Kennesaw State University. I've just been asked in the last few weeks to teach this class. My friend Dan Branham, I taught this for many years, going back to the days of Southern College of Technology, as it was when I graduated, Southern Polytechnic State University, and then it was absorbed into Kennesaw State a few years ago. So I've been able to use a lot of Dan's material, but I'm also going to be developing new material and realigning the course to be compliant with the Georgia Board of Engineers and Surveyors S1 course content. So this is to say hello. I do not have an office. I am a part-time faculty. I will be teaching one of the lab sections on campus. As some of you received an email from me a few days ago, labs will be offered in basically three different formats. The traditional lab is on campus, which is section W01. Lab sections W02 and W03 are listed as online 100%. Now, to me, the words or the terms survey lab and online asynchronous are mutually exclusive. I don't really see how you can have a lab experience the way that STEM, science, technology, engineering, math courses are taught. I believe they require a certain section of theory and classroom or online instruction, and then those are put together and you see how they work and you gain a deeper, more professional level understanding by actually doing them. That's why there are physics labs, chemistry labs, anatomy labs, engineering labs, etc. Surveying is no different. Uh, During COVID, all courses, all schools went online, went into hibernation. The surveying labs at Kennesaw State have not come out of hibernation, and this has brought the attention of the Georgia Board of Registration to the matter. And this semester, fall of 2025, is my understanding will be the last semester that the fully online lab may be recognized for credit for licensure. Now, this is totally independent of your KSU transcript. But if it's offered up to this point, up to this semester, the state board is likely going to recognize it for licensure as a professional land surveyor. But the going forward, as I understand it, they will all be on campus or distance or independent study. So what that means is, for the online sections, you'll have two options. Option one is that we will do everything 100% online. I will provide you data and information from the in-person labs, and you will basically, I guess, pretend that you did it or assume that you did that and process it and carry on accordingly. Now, for the purpose of this course in Kennesaw State University, you will receive credit if you successfully complete the assignments and earn a passing grade. It's also my understanding that this fall is the end of the grace period and that you would still be granted credit with the state board. Going forward, and as far as I'm concerned, the better option for the online delivery would be what I call option two, which is independent study. If you have opportunity through an employer, a friend, a surveyor in your hometown, etc., to set up the equipment and do the same lab exercises that we will be doing on campus on Friday mornings, then that will substitute. Now, for the on campus and for the option two, I will write a letter as your professor stating that you have demonstrated these lab assignments, proficiency through hands-on accomplishment, not just an online substitute or quasi-equivalent. I just wanted to make that clear. If you have any questions, do contact me. Going to put up the syllabus. And just want to roll through it. This is my information. If you want to know more about me, there is a faculty page that has some of my information. I am required to list an office phone, but I do not know where this rings. I do not go to an office. I do not have the ability to check messages. I am sorry. I'm happy to make appointments for Teams meetings through email. And for the on-campus labs, I'll be happy to stick around after the labs. And if you're convenient to campus and you want to meet on person and you're not in the in-person on-campus lab, we can still make arrangements to meet before or after the lab. Please email me at mchast23@kennesaw.edu. Do not message me through D2L. Those messages, I don't know why, but they are almost impossible to respond to, so I will not be responding to them. If I get an email from a Gmail, Yahoo, a work address, etc., I will probably not respond to those. That is because of the academic integrity policy of Kennesaw State University. You have to do the two-factor authentication to go into your Kennesaw State email. So when I get an email from your Kennesaw email, I have the reasonable expectation to believe that it's actually you and not a bot, a scammer, or somebody pretending to be you. So I will only look at your kennesaw.edu emails. The course description is this SURV 2221, known as Surveying 1. It's 3 credit hours. The lab will have a separate syllabus. It is taught separately. Now, this is important. The prerequisites are EDG 2160, which is Civil Graphics and CAD, and Math 1113 Pre-Calculus. Now, what you need to know from Civil Graphics is how to set up a CAD drawing, draw lines, angles, bearings, put some text in. We're not going to do anything super heavy in this course, this CAD level, but we will be using some survey software that should be available through I know it's available through the lab on campus. I am not exactly familiar with how to register student versions. Hopefully that is available through your IT resources as a KSU student. As to the math, you're going to not need to be doing any logarithmic functions or four variable algebraic solutions, but you will need to understand trigonometry. We will be using sine, cosine, arc cosine, arc tangent through the course. That is the math that surveying is built on. So those are prerequisites. If you come to me and say, I have no idea how to do anything in CAD, I'm very sorry. I do not have time or resource in this course to back up and teach any prerequisite material, but I will try to make it as easy as possible to learn the material and grow with it. From the course catalog, it says this course deals with the determination of angles, distances, elevations, horizontal and vertical location using total station and level. Simple horizontal and vertical curves and contouring are covered in this course. This course also introduces the global positioning system and coordinate computations. Now that's kind of clumsily worded, but we do check those boxes. A co-requisite is Surveying 2221L, which is the lab, and they'll get a separate syllabus. Course material, the same textbook that Dan Branham used for years, is Elementary Surveying and Introduction to Geomatics by Charles Galani. We're currently in the 16th edition. You can probably get by with an earlier edition. That's up to you. This is some important information coming on your screen now about this course. This is language that I copied and pasted from the KSU bookstore. The course material will be available to you through the Day 1 access. You probably have this in some of your other core curriculum classes where the chapters and the slides and everything automatically download. If you do not, and the charge for this, and it's not astronomical compared to the $200 or $300 textbooks that I've had to buy. It's less than $100. You can also rent a textbook from the bookstore, I believe. I don't know how many copies they'll have. That's also less than $100. If you want to opt out of the day one access, which loads the course into your D2L for this class, there are processes to opt out, which you will get emails from the bookstore to do that. It's a good book. It's what most programs that I'm familiar with use, and we will be using that as well. The learning outcomes. Georgia Board of Registration has a policy which goes back to 2018 when I was on that board. I served on that board for 18 years. And when the education requirements were rewritten by the legislature and signed by the governor in 2018, we developed a policy to try to get a little standardized. And so the first surveying course is called S1. And believe it or not, the next four are S2, 3, and 4, and then S5. And there are guidelines which you'll cover in future courses as to what these classes are to cover in order to be conducive and acceptable to the Board of Registration. And those come along with the requirements for actual hands-on learning through labs for Survey 1 and Survey 2. So our specific learning outcomes are to be able to understand angles, bearings, azimuths, units, basic nomenclature of land surveying, be able to run a level loop and to compute adjusted elevations, be able to run a simple traverse with traditional equipment, demonstrate coordinate geometry, survey calculations, including traverse adjustment. We won't go into least squares or anything really tricky. We're going to do some 4-leg, 4-point traverses, and we will adjust those with the compass rule, which is the most basic form or basic way to adjust a traverse. We will interpolate contours and develop a basic topographic survey. And lastly, we will understand and calculate some simple horizontal and vertical curves. Now, at this time, I do not have assignments and quizzes created. I do not know exactly what those are going to be or what the percentage is. More information will be provided as they are created, but don't stress. I understand this is not a senior level course like the other two courses. I have taught surveying 4465, legal aspects of land surveying, and 4475, professional practice of land surveying. Previously, those are senior level classes, basically the capstone of the surveying program as you walk out the door, and I teach those, a little bit tougher, a little bit different sequence. I do realize that this is it's not exactly a core class, but it is a sophomore level class. And I do not believe in busy work. I do not have time to grade. I believe, if I remember correctly, Professor Branham had 14 quizzes, 6 assignments, and 2 exams or something like that. I'm probably going to have 2 or 3 assignments that are probably going to link very closely to the lab section, and probably around 4 quizzes or exams that will test your knowledge of the content and to the extent possible your abilities for uh, showing computations. But a lot of those, so some will be multiple choice, some will be show your work. Use the typical A, B, C, D, F. I'll round up. I'm not trying to ding anybody. This is very important. Life happens. If something comes up that will interfere with your ability to submit an assignment or a quiz or an exam on time, let me know as soon as you can. I will work with you to the extent that I can. This is not a coupon for convenient late assignments. If you do not contact me ahead of time and the deadline is passed, your grade will be a 0. I'll give you an example. The assignment's due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Tuesday, somebody asks you, how'd your assignment go? You forgot about it. Oh, gosh. Professor Chastain, can I turn it in late? No, I'm sorry. I would encourage you to go ahead and do the assignment and learn from it so that you can, build from it and not be totally left out in the progression of the class. But that'll be a 0. Now, let's say Thursday, you're planning on working on the assignment all weekend. You've not had a chance to start it yet, and you find out that you have a death in the family, and this is bona fide. Not my cat died, not my uncle died. I'll need you to send me an obituary, a link to the obituary, and I'll probably need you. I might even need you to call me from the funeral home, and let me see on the obituary that you're one of the surviving family members. In that case, I'll do my best to give you a pass. Now, there are times when I cannot give you a pass. And let me give you another example. You know now that you're in the Air Force Reserve or the National Guard and you're going to be gone these two particular weekends that have assignments or quizzes that are due. Let me know now. We will create a schedule that accommodates you. You know now that you're getting married and you have a brief honeymoon on October the something or other. Let me know now. We will work around that. Do not intend to derail your wedding plans. But keep in mind, it's not my dog got sick or I had a flat tire. Life happens, sometimes to greater extents than other. So let me know about those and we'll work with you to the extent possible. And by that, I mean sometimes I have to submit a midterm grade now, and I'll have to submit a final grade. I can't go past that. If I have to go past that, you just get a zero. So I can't, that's university policy. Some of these exams, quizzes, and assignments I will release after the due date, and after that is closed in D2L, I will release material, information, feedback, how to do things properly, how you should have worked these out. And so if I release that to the whole class so that they can look at their test grades and understand what they did wrong, that's wonderful. But if you haven't submitted it yet, then you get the unfair advantage of having that uh, video and feedback material available to you. So usually if I give you much slack, it might just be a day or two, and I might just delay the release of the rest of the class. So that's just be careful of that. Course policies, typically they're going to be due Sunday evening. This allows for the whole weekend. We'll start a new module on Monday. I'll try to have new modules available over the weekend, probably on Saturday. So that if you want to get a head start, that's wonderful. You don't have to wait till Monday. I do try to record a lecture for each week so that you can have a little personal insight. I do encourage you to watch and or listen to each one. Most of my lectures, you will need a full screen, not just a smartphone. Do keep that in mind. You might can get by with a tablet, but I'm going to usually have material up and we may be working examples and things to which you'll need to be able to see your screen as if it was a whiteboard in a classroom. Each week is one module, and I don't count a break week as a module. So, if we got a break the second week in October, then the first week is module 9, and then you don't have one, and then the third week is module 10 or something like that. We have the required AI use prohibited. This should be your work. This should not be AI, ChatGPT, etc. generated. These are policies that I'm required to give you a link to. And then we're going to get into course schedule. So we have 15 modules. Mixed in there somewhere is going to be fall break. This is what we're going to cover. And the content of each week is listed, and what we're going to be doing in the labs is listed. So keep this in mind. We'll have different I will in a week or two, or within a week or two of class, issue a assignment and quiz schedule or table that will let you know how we're going to do it. Due to the fact I've just had about 2 weeks to work on this course, I don't have all that developed. That is all. Please look at the syllabus, and it's got all my contact information, or at least my university email, which is about all the contact information that you need. And we will look forward to seeing you both virtually and on D2L, and some of you on campus. Thank you very much. Happy semester.